teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Packers going up against the Vikings. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Guyton. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter, the cameras more numerous. I don't know, there's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. We begin the next half-century of Super Bowls to a strobe of flashes. Super Bowl 51 from Houston is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Green Bay, now 4-4 after their loss this last weekend to Indianapolis. And look, 4-4 isn't bad, but with Green Bay, you just expect better. It's their worst start since 2009.
And they'll never make the excuse that they're missing guys, but let's be frank about it. They're missing Eddie Lacy at running back. James Starks has been dinged up at running back. They've had to use Ty Montgomery and Randall Cobb as runners as well as receivers. So that's hurt their offensive continuity. But bottom line, they are in a major fight in the NFC North with Minnesota and Detroit in order to try and make the playoff.
But Aaron Rodgers played pretty well against the Colts in the loss. 3 touchdowns, 298 yards. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Ty Montgomery just 7 carries against the Colts, but that was a product, I think, of them getting behind 31-13.
I think you're right, and I'm not sure they want him to carry it 20 times like a normal running back, but only 7. Can't really run the football, as you said, down 31-13. Still trying to find ways to get the ball to Ty Montgomery and Randall Cobb in space, and let them make plays downfield.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And we get a look at Minnesota and Sam Bradford. The Vikings started so hot this year, now in a little bit of a downward spiral. And that loss last week, Bradford a touchdown and interception, 273 yards.
It tells you how well their defense has played all year because it's really picked things up for their offense. It's struggled. A lot of injuries in the offensive line. Adrian Peterson got hurt early, so they don't have his big playability out of the backfield. Trying to get it out to the receivers has been difficult. Sam Bradford still trying to acclimate and now has a new offensive coordinator.
Mike Daniels in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack us? Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Third and long for Bradford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It got his man complete. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. And even 50 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
First down, Bradford. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he's brought down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
Bradford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And McKinnon returned after missing Week 8 with an ankle injury, and in Week 9 he didn't do much. 7 carries, 8 yards. Could be a fairly even timeshare in the backfield. Remember, you got Matt Asiata, Ronnie Hillman as well.
They're all trying to make up for the absence of Adrian Peterson. I know Peterson's stats weren't great to start the year, but you just knew he would come on and be Adrian Peterson yet again. I think for them, call the plays that work best for each one of them. Almost 3 different game plans for each one of the backs. Feature what they do well.
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll cut it to the... And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, a 23-yard run. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So 1 quarter down here in Super Bowl 51. It's a close game here early on. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got time. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And now out comes Minnesota. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Here's McKinnon. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. They go play action. Now Bradford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Play action now. Bradford. Left side caught by Diggs. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. 13 catches for Diggs in Week 9. First time he's topped double digits in receptions in his short 2-year career.
And he did go for 80 yards, and I think that's going to be an interesting deal for Minnesota going forward because with the offensive line hurting and in flux a little bit, they want to throw those quick passes out to the receivers on the perimeter and hope they can break tackles and make big plays downfield.
They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A first down throw for Bradford. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come out here in the eye. Now McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Super Bowl 51 after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Extra point try now for Walsh. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Packers trot back onto the field. Let's see what their offense has here. Well, I'll tell you what they have coming up, though, the next 3 weeks, all on the road at the Titans, at the Redskins, and then they visit Philly as well.
A really difficult stretch, and that's the counterbalance to earlier in the season when they had 4 straight games at Lambeau. They went 3-1 during that time, so that was pretty darn good. Now they're on a 2-game losing skid headed into that 3 games on the road run.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now we see the captain of this offense, Sam Bradford. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. There we go. Green, 90.
Bradford now after the fumble recovery. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, we've got a second. Let's discuss what our crew was talking about before the game. Best quarterback so far in the league. Some thought Dak Prescott. Some thought Matt Ryan. There were a few Matthew Stafford picks in there. What do you think?
There were some pitch battles going on, weren't there? I'm just glad that they calmed down so we could actually do this game. But I think Matt Ryan, with great help from Julio Jones, has to be one of the top guys to discuss. You mentioned Dak, but how about Ezekiel Elliott powering Dallas? And Matthew Stafford does not get enough attention. If Detroit keeps winning, they'll be in that race.
They run it with McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down, Bradford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Bradford. That's complete right around the 8. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Walsh now for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Still first down.
They come out here in the eye. Oh, design run for their wideout. And they'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
We'll try a little trickery here on the end line. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So as the set designers rush out here to get us ready for the spectacle to come at intermission, these two teams will head to the locker room in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. As we send you on over to and apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They run once more with McKinnon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Bradford on second down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On third down, Bradford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. Blue, flag 58, right. Flag 58, right. Hey, blue 45.
McKinnon. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's Bradford. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And that stretches the lead to 27. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense. Still 1st down.
Lucky.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Shotgun now for Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Single, slot. Easy.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Bradford, screen play, McKinnon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. 2 minutes to go in Super Bowl 51 from Houston. We're back to crown a champion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Bradford, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than 1 tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here we go now. 39.
Throwing here, Bradford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now.
To the air again with Bradford. That's caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Here we go. Green, 90.
3rd and goal, Bradford. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences,
and now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And tough starting field position here. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. Great protection. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
From his end zone, it's Rodgers on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Sherrills to return it. He won't go down. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Bradford, wow, he's going to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now Bradford, the left side caught by Diggs. Stephon Diggs. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's at least
she's on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. but the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.